Hello plant community, thanks for tuning into this channel. My name is Pam, and today you guys, I have a chore video to do, with the primary focus being with uppotting some of my plants or repotting some of my plants. So if you guys have some planty chores and some things you need to check off your planty list, I recommend that we come and do it together. I'm not quite sure how long this video will be, but we're just going to play it by ear, and I'm going to try to cross off as many of my plant things as possible. So let's just get into it and start doing our planty chores together. Okay guys, so here is where the camera angle changes a bit, because I need to give y'all an opportunity to see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to start off with this Bonnie spider plant, you guys. I have to cross this one off the list. I had to kind of like took them out of the water, and it's just time for me to pot it up. The roots aren't looking all that great, but I'm not worried about it because I've actually did propagations with the Bonnie spider plant with no roots completely into soil. So this was my big plant that y'all saw hanging in my sunroom. And what actually happened with this plant, you guys, is I noticed that the leaves were turning faded, like light colored, and it seemed like it was staying that way even after I watered it. So I decided, instead of allowing it or waiting for it to decline in some kind of way, I decided to go ahead and take it out of the soil. What I noticed when I went in looking into the soil, what I'm doing right now, you guys, is I'm just taking a look. I'm just looking, checking around here just to make sure it's nice and clean before I actually pot it up. So, but anyway, so when I took it out of the soil, I had noticed that it was the soil was like brick hard. I have my little bag, supposed to put my whatever I find, my trash. Let me just sit it right here. But anyway, yeah, the soil was rock hard. So I realized at that time that it was not getting the nutrients that it needed. So I broke it completely away from the soil. I did a lot of trimming of roots, and particularly the things that I didn't like. And I put it in water. I've had it in water for about a week, 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer than that, you guys. Honestly, I just can't remember how long I've had it. But it wasn't for me to root it at all. That wasn't my goal. My goal was more or less just to hydrate the plant back. And it did just that. It firmed back up. The color was coming back. So I said, okay. Sometimes I know I don't need, look, I know I don't need to sniff the plant, because I know if it's root rot, the scent is strong enough where I don't even have to hold it up to my nose. But sometimes, I don't know, the worry wart that I can be from time to time, just to appease myself, I just do it just to make sure everything's okay and all good. And I'm also just making sure none of the roots, even though the roots that I am seeing are white. Hopefully y'all can see that. And yeah, it's doing pretty good. So yeah, it was so rock hard, and sometimes soil can become so dense. It can just do that and turn into rocks, and then your plant is not getting any of the nutrients that you're giving it, even though you're watering it. It's going straight through instead of actually absorbing into the soil. So, and that's what was going on with this. And I'm just going to start it over and see what happens, because I told you guys, one of my goals is to focus on a lot of health for my plants that I have in my collection. I think I was supposed to stop buying plants in my collection to add to my collection. I haven't listened to that at all, you guys. Y'all already know. If y'all been watching me, y'all know I've been off the hook with the buying, but hey, it is what it is, right? Okay, so I'm not gonna, because the soil is not, because the root system is not vast, even though it's a monstrous plant as far as the foliage, I'm still gonna put it in a rather medium pot, and I think this might be a 5-inch planter that I'm just gonna put in, and I wanted to put it specifically in a clear pot, my wire mesh. I wanted to specifically put it in a clear pot so I can keep eye on the roots. Now I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do once it's potted up. Let me pull this off too. I don't like the way that looks. And I'm using a very airy mix. Let me just see if I can show y'all a cup of it. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is a very airy mix. This consists of orchid bark, perlite, cocoa chips, and I had cocoa coir, like a brick form, you guys, that I actually came across a few months back, right in the beginning part of spring in Big Lots. What's that? In Big Lots, they had cocoa coir brick, where you put the water on it and you allow it to expand. And I said, well, let me just buy it and try it out. It was like, I think $2.99 or something like that. And I said, let me try it out. And I, poured water on it and I allowed it to expand. And when I was feeling the texture of it, that's when I noticed that it seemed like a pretty decent, decent planting medium. I liked the feel of it. I had liked the airiness in it. And so I said, oh, I think I like this. And I can use this to make my own soil mixture. And that's kind of what I did. It was light, but still a little bit dense. I know it can hold on to moisture, I believe. So I kind of wanted to make sure it was as airy as possible. So I added those extra planting mediums, the ones I just mentioned to you guys, into the mix. And it is really a nice mix. So I was so pleased with the result of it. I went back to Big Lots. I think I brought like 4 or 5 more bricks, because that will last me a good while, which is pretty cool. It wasn't very expensive. I already had the planting amendments anyway, so it was like a win-win situation. And so far so good. I think the plants that I have had it in has been doing fine. I'm trying to like level it out so it can be like how Bonnie is supposed to be, all the way around the pot, and then I'll fill it up with the soil. I have the soil in my, how am I gonna do this? In my little bin here. And I didn't want to sit it on the table because it's kind of big and it would have took up a lot of space. How is your collection going so far? Now that, for those of us that's in the growing season, for those of us that's maybe not be in the growing season and we're actually going into fall right about now, or how is your collection? Is it everything you dreamt it to be? Any successes? Any casualties? I'm quite sure. Don't think you're alone if you have casualties. Tell me. I'll tell you, because sheesh. I definitely had them. And it's all part of the process. Try to fill it up to the top. really like these clear pots. The stuff you find out as you go on with your plant journey. You know, I really didn't know even about in the beginning of my plant journey, about the actual accessories, requirements that you needed, planting pots and things of that nature. You know, it really is a learning process all the way around. It really is. For me anyway. I love it though. I love it, love it, love it. I love learning stuff that I'm interested in learning. I feel like that. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I'm interested in learning all things, because that is not true. That is not true. It takes me back to when I was in high school. You know, you have some good courses and some not so good courses. So yeah, but anyway. Okay, so I think just trying to make sure she's locked in there. And so yeah, I'm sorry. So that's not, she don't look too bad. She has a couple of babies. She actually looks better. And I believe she's going to do good. She's going to do well. I know it can't fit in here. Or can it? Let's see. Can you fit in here? I don't even know. Wow, she can fit in here, you guys. I didn't even plan that. Ooh, she's looking sexy. Let me show y'all this pot. Did I show y'all this already? I think I did. I really like this. This really speaks to my vibe, you know. My husband says I am one with the earth all the time, you guys, and he is not lying. I always stick with that brown and the dark colors. As y'all can see from my top, I'm the queen of it. I'm trying to push myself out my comfort zone and do a little bit more splashes of color here and there. It's a challenge though, but yeah. I didn't even plan that. I did not plan that. She looks good. I might actually leave her in here. But if I leave her in here, the challenge is where the heck am I going to put her? So, another thing, I had these little babies that kind of like, I don't know, they fell off. And so I said to myself, Pam, let's use this as an opportunity to just, you know, pot these up. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. And they literally, they don't have much rooting at all. But like I said, I don't know what the heck this is. I'm gonna cut this off. But like I said, I'm not worried about that. I don't see, if it declines, it declines, but I really don't foresee that happening. I'm just pulling off the dead, dried leaves. Yeah, because these weren't even in water. These was actually the babies hanging, I think, that just, for some reason, the whole stem of it fell off. So I just want to pot them all up together. I have my little shears right here. You know, I keep my Clorox wipes just so I can sanitize it. And let's see, let me cut this off. Are y'all experiencing the heat wave? For those of us that's in the U.S., I know it's just coming around, you guys, and it's getting kind of hot. So hopefully, you know, we'll make it through this weekend. Temperature's supposed to be like in 3 digits, so that will be fun. So y'all know I have some of my plants outside, so I am a little concerned about them. For this, I'm not even going to put a mesh in there because I don't even feel like, I have a piece of mesh right here, but I don't even feel like, I don't want to cut this yet, so, and it'll be okay. So what I'm going to try to do, I have, you know, outside, y'all seen where I have my plants at, they're kind of like in, like outside, but off an awning like. So I'm thinking, you know, I'll just keep a watchful eye. I pulled some of them back. I may have to, even though I know crotons, they love full sun, but I may actually have to pull it back a little bit, just in case. Because I did notice that my croton, my Petra croton has, she's burnt a little bit on its leaves. And I was like, oh, but the damage was done already at that point. So, you know, I just kind of still left her out there because she's definitely has just been thriving, and I want to make sure she stay that way. And, you know. Okay, so let me get, okay, wait a minute. She's not looking like much, but we all had to start somewhere, right? And she will do just fine. If not, either way it goes, you guys, you know I'll tell y'all the good, bad, the ugly, right? So, or the reality of just plant life. Plant life matters. Let's see, wait. I tell you one thing though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I got this fan running in here because I close the door usually all the time when I do my videos to like minimize on any sounds that y'all might hear going on inside my house, and also the, you know, help with the quality of the audio part of my videos. But in the summertime, because I don't have an actual vent in here for my air, my AC to actually come through, I usually leave the door open because the vent in my kitchen is almost like right there, so it pushes all the cold air in here. Okay, yeah, like I said, she's not looking that great, but we're gonna see. I'm putting her in one of these Dollar Tree pots. I think I've already shared this pot with y'all. It was 4 in a pack for $1.25. Not really a bad thing. I'm using it as a cash po. I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm gonna put her at, but that is also part of the fun with doing these plant things, is finding places for our plant babies. And they'll tell us, even if we want them to be in a spot, they'll let us know, girl, you know you wrong for doing me like that. And then they'll act up and show out on you. Okay, so my next one, you guys, is this beautiful cactus here. I can't remember the name of this cactus. I am in love with it. So I'm so sorry I don't remember your name. But hey, you guys, honestly, I suck with names across the board, human or plants. I'll remember what the plant looked like forever, like I'll remember your face for years, but your name, it will be really hard to remember names. So anyway, this particular cactus came into this planter, this nursery pot. So I'm not upsizing it, I'm more just transferring it from here. I want to put it in a terracotta pot so I can feel better in regards to when I do water it. Really haven't been watering it that much, and for this I just have these little tongs, and this is going to be an easy process because I don't even think I need, yep, okay. Well, I just want to show y'all, check it out. Hope I don't drop this thing. For such a monstrous plant, I'm gonna have to, here we go again, right? Okay, actually breaks right up. I don't want to put her in a bigger pot. That's what I don't want to do. I don't, as y'all can see, y'all just saw the roots. So I wouldn't feel comfortable with putting her in a bigger pot anyway. So, and also, I think they like having their roots snugged a little bit. But the color on here is absolutely amazing. It's very unique. Ow. Gosh. Casualty. Have to be careful with these pricklies. I'm just pushing her down. Now I'm not sure, you know what, I don't even know. I have to play it by ear. Just wondering if I should put some of my pebble rocks down here as a decorative piece. I think if I used it's a little jiggly, that's because it probably needs to be watered too. I haven't watered it in a while. Maybe white rocks going around here will make the color stand out. I think I might, well, not rocks. Just a top dressing of some kind I think will make it stand out. Okay. I might just do that. It's a little wobbly, a little bit, but it'll get settled in this home. And eventually too, I needed to put it in because as you can see it's wobbly because it is top heavy a little bit, even though it's a small specimen. But this thing is, guys, just check it out. Look at that. Like, I just love it. Really getting into plants that's just showing me different varieties, colors, something that really stands out in your collection, you know? Okay, now this next one, is actually transferring one of my Hoyas. Put that right here. I'll show y'all. I don't know, should I use a mesh? This is, I just recently shared this with a recent plant haul, you guys. If you haven't seen it, it was very recent, I know, probably a few weeks ago now. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. This is my Hoya species EPC 209 that I got from Gardino's Nursery. You guys seen me do that unboxing. Like I said before, if you haven't seen me unbox those plants, check them out. I think I came across a great deal. But anyway, I wanted to transfer this into this beautiful green pot. I don't know. I just like it in this green pot for some reason. I don't know why. And usually with green on green, I try to be a little bit more strategic with planting up my plants. But, you know. Anyway, let me see something. You know what? Should I? Yeah. Put a little bit down here. It's glazed on the outside, but kind of like a terracotta feel on the inside, which is cool. Just take her out. Not gonna disturb her at all. Oops. Well, that goes that with disturbing her. I guess she kind of disturbed herself. But this is pretty cool. I'm gonna use the mix, very chunky. As you can see, you guys, see that root system is looking pretty good. And it's very airy, which is why it fell to pieces like this. And that's fine. Because it was in this green pot, you know, y'all know I'm a visionary. I see visions of what the plant could potentially be. I think I will probably, I don't know if I'm gonna buy a trellis or get more materials to make a trellis. I don't have any of my, I don't have any more, what was it? Bendy wire, I guess. I don't have any more of that to actually do a trellis, but I think this, making a mess on me. I think this plant would benefit from a trellis. Not all my Hoyas I have on trellises because I don't want all my Hoyas on a trellis, you guys. I really don't. Yeah, but because you see how her tendrils are, she's like, give me something, and I feel like it would go really nice like that. I don't know, but I would like, okay, I was just thinking, I'm doing my chores and I'm talking to you guys, but at the same time too, when I be talking, I be also thinking a lot. I mean, that sounds crazy. Does that mean that nobody thinks when they talk? I don't know what I'm thinking, but poll time. Let's take a poll. I would like to take a poll, you guys. I can't really take a poll unless y'all actually participate. So I'm encourage y'all to participate. And before we go into the poll, you guys, as far as participating, if you like what you see thus far, subscribe. 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 Please subscribe. I encourage you guys to do so. A lot of you, and I appreciate it. I really do. A lot of you guys watch my videos, but I notice a lot of you are not subscribed. What is it? You don't like me? I'm a likable person. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, sometimes we just forget. So I'm just reminding you guys to subscribe. But okay, poll time. I'm curious, you guys. Comment, please. What's your favorite genus of plants of all time? My favorite genus can potentially change throughout the course of my plant journey. See, she don't look too bad in here, right? I know I'm taking a chance because it's just a dark green. I don't know. I think with the size of its leaves, even though the pot is dark, I feel like it's going to do really well. And then, like I said, if I get it on a trellis and this baby is trellised up, if I'm able to get this beauty to bloom, whatever her flower will be will really make it pop against all this green. That's what I'm envisioning. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. But yeah, my favorite genus of plant really, I think it's changed. In the beginning of my plant journey, I honestly have to say, give me a second, you guys. Okay, in the beginning, you guys, I would actually have to say my first love of my genus, first genus I was in love with, philodendrons for sure. Philodendrons, and I actually want to say I was drawn to the crotons. I can't lie. I know a lot of people don't admire crotons for the beautiful plant that they are, and I get it. We gravitate to whatever speaks to us, and I encourage y'all to keep doing that. I'm not knocking that at all, but those were the two plants that really spoke to me. And then later on, I got into the prayer plant, which was really not so much calatheas. I guess my Marantas was my first love. And as I started developing and learning different types of species and things like that, I started seeing other things that sparked interest. And like right now, and I guess y'all already know, I'm on this Hoya street that I can't seem to get off of. I don't know. But anyway, I'm curious for y'all to tell me, what's your favorite genus? Does it change for you as your style change? Okay, here you guys, this hot girl, you almost got me. I was about to do a curse word, girl. I'm not doing that because of you. This hot mess right here is my Jacqueline. She's definitely seen better days. This is the other Jacqueline I got, you guys, because the other one that fell on the floor, I don't know what happened. She died. She just died. And so this is another one, and this one isn't doing so hot either. And what I'm learning with this plant, I know alocasias can be picky, but what I need to do, certain plants I'm gonna cut this off. Certain plants I have to learn or know how, or maybe do even more research first to decide to wait and just buy certain plants in when it's mature. So not bad. Her roots seem fine, but what I want to do, I'm not liking the mix that she's in. And I get it, the growers, their focus is try to help develop this root system. And it's in this like a sponge type thing. I hope I won't hurt this plant, but I don't like it. The sponge like material type thing, or whatever it is. It feels spongy, and I gotta take a chance. It's like a plug. Like, see? Y'all see that? It's like a plug type of situation, but I gotta open it up because this thing right here, it just actually feel like a plug. And it was so spongy, it's like spongy. I guess it's that cocoa, whatever. See, now I'm scared because I'm messing up the root system, but I don't have a choice, you guys, because like I said, she's declining and I gotta do something with her. Make an attempt or try. But if I had to do, with this plant for sure, if I had to do it all over again, I would have waited and try to see if I can get a bigger specimen of it. Sometimes trying to save a buck sometimes don't work in your favor, because you wind up spending more money in the end. I just got to figure out which plants to do that with, you know? Which plants is okay to buy small, and which is best to buy really established. But sometimes I'd be afraid, depending on the plant, you guys, I'd be a little concerned with buying established plants because that, oh, dang. Because it's a dang, going in, I broke it. Oh well. Because of the catch-22, right? I don't want to get big plants because they've been used to growing in the conditions that they have been growing in. So I get big plants and bring it into my house. In my mind, if it doesn't do well, it won't acclimate well. I feel like sometimes my smaller plants, more non-mature plants, have a better success rate in my care because they haven't been growing in the greenhouse conditions and things of that nature for an extreme period of time where they could be showing their patooties when I bring them to my house. You know, as opposed to a plant that's been, let's say, living in the greenhouse in a particular way for years. Okay, so I knew this plant wasn't gonna have any corm, so wasn't expecting to see that. But I am happy to see that it is roots of health, and there is, I think, a growth point trying to come out, like right here, y'all see. But also too, she was also having some spider mite issues. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's just too clumped up, and I don't think it's aerated enough. So I'm not taking it out of the pot, changing the pot size or anything like that. Putting her right back in her pot so that way she won't have too much of a fit. And I want to get more of the chunky mix in here. A little bit down at the bottom. But yeah, she has some spider mite damage too, which is the reason why y'all see the yellowing of the leaves. I wouldn't say treating her, I've been more or less just spraying her, because sometimes, depending on how, this part, what I'm about to say, is probably going to be debatable, but depending on the level of infestation, I put it like that, I think helps determine whether or not if you can just keep a watchful eye on it and just spray it down with water versus actually using some form of systemics or possibly your homemade natural solutions. I think it depends. And sometimes I can just clear it away with just spraying it, and then I may use some neem oil or maybe insecticidal soap. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think she will do better in this mixture for some reason, especially with my watering style. I'm gonna take that out. I don't want that in there. Oh, and yeah, and I don't have very many. I don't know how the leca balls actually snuck into this planting medium, you guys, because I don't remember actually putting the leca balls in there. So, and this is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Why not? So, as a cash po, but I'm going to, I don't know why I had this idea. I follow my gut a lot of the times, you guys. I just go with the flow of stuff. This is perlite that I had for like a propagation of some kind. And I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this for any particular thing. Here's my thought process again, you guys. Pam with her thought processes. So I figure if I water this, and some of the water drips down onto this, it starts evaporating, and it might just create some form of a humidity for this plant. Even though I'm not saying that that's what she needs, because okay, right now the humidity is kind of bumping up a little bit, and it's only because I have the door closed, and it is warming up in here a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, but not too bad where it's like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. So, yeah, I figure if I water it, not a whole lot, you know, but water it, and some of the water will trickle down here. And it creates some form of a dome. I think I'm going to put some more. Yeah, okay. Some form of a, I don't know, some form of a dome, and I don't know. I don't know. Humidity, perhaps. Bump it up, perhaps. I don't know. But my plant journey, you guys, is going to always be full of trying stuff, trying new things, throwing balls to walls. And I don't know, I get these phrases, you guys, and I stick with it. I don't know why. That's like my catchphrase for right now, balls to walls. Don't know where I got that from. Now, give me a minute. I'm going to have to clean up, and I'm going to clean up, give these plants a drink off camera. And I'm going to come back. I think it was a couple of things I wanted to do. And I'll be right back, okay? So, hang tight. Okay, guys, so we are back. I had to do a slight cleanup a bit, and as you can see, I moved the my green cover. I got some brown paper. It was ripped anyway. I decided to go ahead and use it because I thought I'd be finished. So anyway, we're gonna focus first on this plant right here, which is my Syngonium frosted heart. You guys, you know, I've had a lot of ups and downs with this plant. I thought I was gonna lose it at one point, and I had to make some changes and start all over. Just a few months back, I just put her back into soil, and she's been doing okay. This is the latest leaf that she's given me. So the leaves, this leaf does look bigger than the rest of the plant, and this one right here is unfurling as well. So she's doing fine. What I am gonna do is, because I have her just, I don't know why I used this. This is just like some kind of plastic I don't know, part that I had, and I didn't want to throw it away because I always figured it could be repurposed for something, and I repurposed it to hold the plant up. But now, because it's starting to really take off and grow, like I said, with this leaf here and this leaf unfurling there, and it's also a new growth point, you see that tip right here. So I want to actually just take this out and put this in its place. I hope it works. Just pulling it out. I think the hole size is the same, so I think that was the reason why I selected this. I do know that it does nothing as far as helping with the plant in any way. It's just more or less used as support. And yeah. Okay, I thought I was going to make a mess. That's why I had this here. Wait a minute, this fan will blow this off, and then that'll be a bigger mess. I'm hoping that it will stay stable because it's not as big. But yeah, another thing that you learn through your another thing that I learned, I put it like that, that I have learned from my plant journey is these cocoa core poles does not do anything outside of just support. So yeah, but even though I don't really care too much for these poles, I do have a few of them and I'm going to use them. But the only good thing I can say about it is I do like the natural look to it, so it doesn't look crazy. Well, it looks a lot better than, I guess, just this. And let me see, turn her. I'm not trying to. Just gonna tie her up here just to support her even more. Yeah, this isn't gonna help. I don't think it's gonna help her size up in any way, but it's just gonna more or less just being used to offer the plant some form of support. So if you buy these, don't expect much, you guys. Just use it for support if you have them. So make sure. Okay, so yeah, I think she looks good. I needed something to be a little bit taller. I know eventually she'll get up past here, and I don't know if I'll add an extension here or not. I'm just going to play it by ear, but I'm glad I didn't lose this plant. I don't like the way this leaf looks. There's nothing really wrong with the leaf. It's just those spots, the black spots on here. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm cutting it off. So just to rather be safe than sorry, right? I don't like this leaf either. I'm cut it off. The heck with it. Balls to walls. That's what I say. The heck with it. Okay. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, she's doing okay. I can't complain. She's trying to make a comeback. She's letting me know that she wants to survive, and I'm trying to give her everything that she needs to ensure that she does just that. I have her sitting over there on my stand. She's getting some bright indirect dappled sunlight, as well as slightly bright, almost indirect. I don't think she gets direct light where she's at because of that big tree blocks a lot of it. So I think she's in her sweet spot. I would be too afraid to bring her back inside my home without artificial lighting. I don't know. She does a lot better in here than she did in my home. Unlike her cousin, the regular chia pence, which is thriving inside my home. Leaves are massive, and yeah, so it's funny, you know. Different plants, different personalities. Let me put this one back, and then we'll get into this one right here. I'm looking at her right now. I'm not sure if she'll do well on that support. But anyway, this one right here, you guys. My My Skin Dapsis Exotica, you guys. And woo, this is my first time taking her out of here because I have her hanging in my macrame in my dining room, so I don't take her out. I had to take her out because it was time to see what was going on. And oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Would you take a look at that? I mean, I don't know. Even though she has roots coming out the bottom, I don't want to up-pot her. I don't. If I up-pot this plant, that means I can't put her no longer in the macrame. And I want her hanging. Dang. Here we go with this dilemma. Oh! Oh, gosh. Wow. Dang. I don't know. Is that a sign, y'all? Is that... I'm debating now. Here we go. I feel like it's a repeat of the snake plant situation that I did. I have a planter bigger than this, so that's not my issue. I don't have anywhere she can go if I put her in a bigger pot. Because what I was going to do, you guys, and I might just go ahead and do it because sometimes you just got to do stuff you don't want to do. That really threw me for a loop, you guys. Okay. It's the Libra in me, guys. God dang, I hate that about myself sometimes. That whole... I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Oh my gosh. It's not that serious, Pam. Just get a grip. It's not that serious. I'm just going to make a decision and stick with it. Yeah, I'm going to have to just leave her in the pot for now. Until I figure out if there's a place that I can move her. She's not my goal. I'm just going to stick with my goal. Yep. There I go. There's Pam. She's back, y'all. She made a decision. And why am I talking about myself in third person? Sounds a little crazy. Okay, so this right here. Okay, so I can just cut this off altogether. This thing. Yeah, cut this sucker off. As you can see, she's so bald up at the top. Don't like that. Don't like it at all. And... my goal was to pin her. I was gonna see what's going on. Because really, she lost so many of the leaves from up at the top. If I was to chop it, I would be basically starting this plant all over, honestly. I would be starting her all over. Look at all of the leaves that has been lost in the very beginning of it. So my thought was, I'm gonna pin her up for now. And I'm using these hairpins that I had. They're pretty flimsy to a certain extent where I can at least bend them. And I'm just going to try my best to, I don't know, wrap her around in the soil. Sometimes I think I make stuff more complicated than it needs to be, honestly, you guys. And I think that's just a character flaw that I have. And I'm okay with that because I realize that. And sometimes you gotta, own up to your stuff. And that's what I'm doing right now in front of all of y'all. I'm just owning up to my stuff. My stuff is my stuff. It's my stuff. I just gotta be okay with it. Knowing that it's my stuff. that makes any sense. Because I'm over here having like a fit in the inside because I'm always wanting to make sure, and I'm too old for this, honestly, making sure I make the right decisions the first time. Sometimes the wrong decisions could be the right decision and vice versa, right? So I need to realize that and stop having these unnecessary headaches over, especially over the position of a daggone plant. If it works out great, if it don't, I learned something, right? And I don't know if I'm telling y'all that for you or if I'm saying it for me. I think I'm trying to psych myself out a little bit, justify what I'm doing right now because I feel like I should put it in a bigger pot. But honestly, I don't have the space to where, I feel like if I put her, I'm like at a catch-22 here, you guys, honestly. Like if I put her in a bigger pot, then I won't have a space to actually put her. You understand what I'm saying? And I think I'll just be putting her where she just needs to fit in, and it might not be what she really wants, and she may decline because of it. That's my thought process with that. Then the tee-hee-hee or catch-22 would be me leaving it in this pot, considering we see the roots coming out and it's doing what she's doing, right? It's a potential she may decline from that. I don't know. You know, I honestly don't know. But I don't know. I was going to say I'm not going to take it too much to heart. I have more than one of these if it fails, but that's not the point. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like, because I have more of a particular variety of a plant, I should care less about the health of the plant. I don't want to be that plant parent. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it, but I don't want to be that plant parent. And somebody out there may be like, Pam, chill out. It's just plants. But when you love something, you love something, right? It's almost like people looking at you crazy because you love your pets just that much. You know, things like that. So, you love something, you love something. That's all I'm going to say about that. And it shouldn't be nothing wrong with you loving something with the volume and passion that you love something, right? Right? I mean, like, do y'all agree? Or y'all thinking to yourself, this girl is crazy? I mean, let me know. I know I don't need to check myself into no psych ward or anything like that. But if y'all could say, girl, you're a hoot, that I can take, because I know I am. I know I can be a hoot sometimes. Okay, what's going on with you? Okay. And let's see. I'm just trying to wrap her the best that I can to get her to be the fullest looking in here. And in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking to myself, I hope I'm making the right decision. So, pardon me and my stresses, you guys. I hope I'm not freaking y'all out like, this girl, get a grip, girl. But, yeah. So I'm going to do a lot of pending in here. And you know what, since I am doing this, I don't know if I'm going to put her back in the macrame. Which kind of like seems crazy now that I'm saying that. But, okay, hear me out. I don't want to put her back in the macrame just yet. Because I feel like because of me doing what I'm doing right now, she may have earned a spot in my ICU for plants, just so that I can keep a watchful eye on her and to see maybe if what I'm doing right here isn't being done in vain, because there's a lot of vines going on. I knew when I took this plant down that it was going to be some kind of a mystery fun thing for me. I saw it coming, and yet I am still surprised. I saw the crap coming. Pam. Okay. pins are really good. You want to push them down, but you don't want to like suffocate them. So you kind of like give some room for them to be able to breathe. I'm trying to, I don't know. Okay, I want to pin this one down. Okay, guys, so sorry. Camera angle probably changed again a little bit, and that's because I was talking and I realized that my camera was full. So y'all missed some parts of what I was saying, but really not much. So I'm just gonna try my best to wrap this up, because clearly, Pam, you talk too much. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna still pinning it. Still pinning it around. I have these cuttings that I wanted to try to check on and see if I could put it in here some kind of way. I think I'm gonna leave it like this, as best I could as far as the vines. Look kind of crazy a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's a beautiful plant. So, let me see. Yeah, and I think I can, I don't know. Let me free her. She's pinned down here. What's going on with this? I think I can. Let me just, oh yeah, wait. This one needs to go down in the soil. She has strong roots. So. I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm not gonna put her back just yet. Okay, these are some cuttings, you guys, that I took. I think I may have took from this plant. Yeah, I did. I don't know if it rooted or not. This was something that I threw in here. That's something. Let me see what we got going, because they've been in water for a minute. Okay, so I guess I can pot them up. Oops. I broke a root, but I think they're good to go. I said 2 inches. Kind of reaching my second knuckle represents 2 inches. So this one looks like it's good. This one looks like it's good. That casualty. Maybe not this one. Yeah, not this one. I think this one feels like it's dangling. Maybe I broke it off. That needs to be in water. This one is definitely, okay, that one broke off. This one is definitely a good to go. As well, not this one. This one has not rooted at all, which goes to show, like I said, some propagations take and some don't. And this one seems to be okay. So, my little chopstick. Since I'm doing this as well, it's another reason probably why I'm not going to put it back on the macrame just yet. I'm going to put her in ICU for a little bit. My plant triage station. So I can keep an eye on her. On the top part. Because I put her in this macrame, I'm not going to be able to see her in the top part. And I feel like that's where I need to be focusing it at. I feel like I'm damaging some. See if I can get. Okay, I need to take it out. I don't feel comfortable. Some of the things that y'all gonna see me do may be a little bit unorthodox, but you know, it is what it is, right? All right. Okay. I think I got it. got her in there as much as I could. Get these other ones, I'm gonna try to put them like on the edge. Yeah. I know probably honestly you guys, I probably only will have probably this growing season. So Pam, whatever you want to do with these plants, you better have a decision ready by then, because otherwise you're gonna be in trouble. Up a creek without a paddle. Okay, got one in there. I'll turn around. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep an eye on her. My gut is saying at least do that, since I didn't want to pot her up just yet. Yeah, let me just. Yeah. Just for a little bit. So I'll probably leave her in the ICU, my plant CU, for about a month. And basically during that time, she's going to get very high light, because I really want the propagations that I'm putting in here to really take and start really rooting in the pot enough where I will feel comfortable enough to say, okay, I can put it back on the hanger, if that makes sense. And more than likely too, I won't be surprised, I probably get a lot of comments about, Pam, what are you doing? Or maybe not, you know, I think sometimes a lot of the stuff could be in my head. I try to anticipate. Sometimes you can't make everybody happy. I just broke this off, you guys. I'm still sticking it in there. I'm still sticking her in there. Okay. And just to make sure she stays, I'm also going to pin her down, because there's a lot going on in this pot, you guys. Alright, so there's a lot going on. I figure, okay, so I have made a terrible, tremendous mess that I'm going to have fun cleaning up. But, okay, so she looks a little bit fuller on top, not as balding. And she still also has a trail, so I guess in spite of the mishap that we just experienced with this plant, it's a win-win. I'm gonna give her water because she is completely bone dry. Feeling anyway, if I let it go any longer, she will start to curl. And I don't know, let's just wish this plant some good health and good wealth. So I think that's about it, you guys. I'm going to end the video here. It was something that I wanted to do, but honestly, it's late. It's lunchtime. I haven't had anything to eat. And also, me and my husband, we need to have something to eat. So, need to prepare some lunch. And, but yeah, that pretty much is it for this video. Keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planty things, definitely subscribe to this channel if you have not. And please keep doing what I've been telling y'all to do. Push those thumbs up. Push them up, you guys, because it's been helping my channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, you guys. I really love talking to y'all, everything about y'all. This plant community is an amazing group of people, and I just want to keep the momentum going. I want to keep bringing more people into this fun, free, non-judgmental space that I am trying my best to create. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world, and until next time, guys, much love. Bye.